So yesterday we have finished the muscles, right? So how many layers we have seen in the soul? How many layers of muscles did we see?
4 layers.
4 layers, isn't it? So 4 layers, immediately below the skin, what did we see? Plantar
Plantar
appendix. Okay. So then what are the muscles you have seen in the first layer?
Flexor digitorum
Brevis,
brevis,
flexor digitorum,
abductor
abductor,
digitorum minimum, hallucis,
abductor
abductor
hallucis,
hallucis.
and abductor digitorum minimum. Okay. So all 4 layers are very important, Beta. Okay, anyhow, I will repeat once again. See, we are now going to see, without knowing the muscles, you will not be able to understand the course of these vessels and nerves. Okay, so we will see the vessels and nerves and tendons of the tarsal tunnel. That means we have seen which tendons have passed through the posterior and lateral compartment to enter into the soul. Tibialis posterior, we have seen flexor digitorum, isn't it? Flexor digitorum longus, flexor hallucis longus, and peroneus longus. 4 muscles have entered from different compartments into the soul, isn't it? So we will see now. Actually, while describing each muscle, also yesterday I have told you the nerve supply of the muscles. Okay, and now let us see how these nerves are coursing and supplying the muscles, and how the blood vessels are moving and supplying the muscles. Okay, so quick overview what we have seen yesterday, only names I will revise. The first thing we have seen just below the skin is plantar aponeurosis.
लंच नहीं दूंगी जब तक तेरा नहीं होता कुछ
Okay.
आपकी मर्जी है पूरा पूरा खत्म करना और है ना वो वर्कशीट करना
Achhavi, can you please mute better?
चलो स्टार्ट जितना जल्दी करे उतना आपके लिए
Okay, beta. So plantar aponeurosis, just below plantar aponeurosis, we have these muscles. Just now, Hema has revised. So first layer, Hema told us we have 3 muscles. What are those? Flexor digitorum brevis. We have abductor digitium minimi and abductor hallucis. Okay, this is first layer. Then coming to second layer. So second layer, we have found 2 muscles were actually coming from the posterior compartment of leg. Isn't it, Hema?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
deep compartment. So we have seen flexor digitorum longus and flexor hallucis longus. So in the longest tendon, you have seen muscle was coming and getting inserted. That's how we have named it as flexor digitorum accessorius. And between the tendons of flexor digitorum longus, we have earthworm-like muscles, as we saw in the upper limb.
Lumbricals.
Yeah, lumbricals. Very good. These are the lumbricals. You can see very nicely. This is the flexor digitorum longus, flexor digitorum accessorius. Between the tendons of longus, we are finding lumbrical muscles. This is the flexor digitorum, flexor hallucis longus. This is digitorum longus, 4 tendons. This is hallucis longus. Okay. Then coming to the muscles of third layer. So what did we see beta in third layer? See, we have seen adductor hallucis. So I told you it has oblique head and transverse head, no? So this is adductor hallucis. Then we have flexor hallucis brevis and flexor digiti minimi brevis. Okay. So again, this is same muscles you can see. Not labeled one, but looks little better. So adductor hallucis, then flexor hallucis brevis and flexor digiti minimi brevis. Okay, fourth layer. So what are the muscles we have? The interossea, isn't it? So what are the interossea we have? From the plantar aspect, we have 3 plantar interossea. From the dorsal aspect, we have 4 dorsal interossea. Apart from that, tibialis posterior will be seen entering from the posterior compartment of the leg. And peroneus longus is seen coming from the lateral compartment of the leg. So these are the muscles which we should remember in the fourth layer. Now, what is the name of this retinaculum? Abhinav, you escaped yesterday's class. What is the name of this retinaculum? Hema?
Flexor.
Very good.
Flexor.
Flexor retinaculum. What are the structures passing through flexor retinaculum? Abhinav, can you tell me?
Ma'am?
What are the structures passing underneath the flexor retinaculum?
Posterior tibial nerve.
Huh.
No, medial.
Actually, it is written
Huh?
as posterior tibial nerve. We can actually we should use the word tibial nerve, isn't it, Putam? Tibial nerve.
Yes.
And apart from that, is there any other
Tibial
thing?
artery.
Tibial artery. Okay. So just a minute, Putam. The tibial nerve is dividing into what are the two terminal branches, Hema?
Lateral and medial plantar nerves.
Yeah, medial and lateral plantar nerves. Very good. What is the name of the artery which is passing below this retinaculum? Posterior.
Tibial artery.
Tibial, see, what are the terminal branches of popliteal artery? Anterior tibial artery and posterior tibial artery. Isn't it? So the posterior
Yes, ma'am.
tibial artery is passing deep to this flexor retinaculum to divide into same branches. What are those? Medial plantar
Medial
artery.
lateral plantar.
Please remember posterior tibial artery. Okay. Posterior tibial artery also gives rise to fibular artery, also called as peroneal artery. I'm repeating so many times. Okay. Yes or no? But
Yes, ma'am.
still, you people are hesitating to answer. It shows like you're not paying much attention. Now see here, nerves of the soul. Now, as Hima was telling us, like posterior compartment nerve, we have is tibial nerve. The tibial nerve passes through the flexor retinaculum, okay, and it is entering into the soul, and then it is dividing into two. So we have medial plantar nerve and lateral plantar nerve. Okay. So the medial plantar nerve. So this picture actually is very good. In fact, this is the summary. Actually, this picture is present in every textbook. Okay, but this picture has been taken from the TUS textbook. So this is medial plantar nerve. So you can see from the trunk, this is the main trunk. From here till here is the trunk. So from the trunk, it is supplying, giving branches to abductor hallucis and flexor digitorum brevis. Okay. Now, once it is coming down, you can see it is dividing into medial branch and lateral branch. Isn't it, Peter? See, this is the medial branch and this is lateral branch. So now if you see its journey on the medial aspect, it's continuing to supply the flexor hallucis brevis. Okay. And then it is going on the medial aspect of the big toe or the great toe. Then you can see the lateral division is going in this direction. Okay. So in this, then you can see it is, do you remember common proper digital nerves, proper palmar digital nerves, what we have studied when we were doing medial and ulnar nerves? Okay. So similarly, here also you have common nerves. Okay. And then these are the proper digital nerves. Okay. So that means this lateral division, further it is giving three common like plantar digital nerves. Okay. Then these are the proper plantar digital nerves, which are dividing at the interdigital clefts, supplying the adjacent sides of the digits. Okay, yesterday I have shown you the cutaneous innervation of soul. Again we will see. Okay, so that was maximum supplied by medial and lateral plantar nerve. Okay, so from the first common the plantar nerve, you can see the twig is going and supplying the first lumbrical. Okay, and second one is giving the second lumbrical. Okay, so then up to 3.5 you try to remember. If you remember in the upper limb also, ulnar nerve and median nerve had a communicating branch, isn't it? Ulnar 3.5 were supplied by median and 1.5 were supplied by ulnar, cutaneous supply. And both of them had a communicating branch. Similarly, here also you will see communicating branch. It takes little practice for you, but at one glance it may be confusing, but if you practice this diagram, you can write everything in your own words. Okay. So then this is all about medial plantar nerve. Okay. I'm repeating medial plantar nerve again. See, one of the terminal divisions of tibial nerve is medial plantar nerve. Okay, from its main trunk, it is directly giving branches to abductor hallucis and flexor digitorum brevis. Okay, and then it is dividing into medial and lateral divisions. The medial one is continuing on the medial aspect of the great toe, The lateral one is giving branches to like common plantar digital nerves, which are 3 in number, which are CP is the word I asked you to remember. C and P. Common plantar are dividing at the interdigital clefts into proper plantar digital nerves. Okay. So here you can see the first two lumbricals are supplied from these branches. So that finishes the medial plantar nerve. Now coming to lateral plantar nerve. See lateral plantar nerve again, see here, as soon as it starts, it gives, like that is from its main trunk, you can see it is giving branches to flexor digitorum accessorius and to abductor digital. Okay, then this is the superficial branch which is going towards the little toe. Okay, and the one which is turning inside, this is actually deep branch. Okay, so the superficial branch is becoming cutaneous and then it is supplying the lateral aspect of the little toe. Okay, the superficial branch is also giving one twig to the flexor digitae minimi brevis and muscles of the fourth interosseum. Okay, that means both plantar and like dorsal interosseum. Okay, this is the superficial branch. Okay, so here we have seen how many digits? 3.5 we saw. So remaining 1.5 digit is supplied by these two. The last one is giving to the lateral aspect of little toe. So one more common plantar digital nerve. It goes into the last web space, interdigital cleft, and then it is also dividing into proper plantar digital nerves, which are supplying the adjacent sides of the fourth and fifth digit. This is the fourth one and this is the fifth one. Practice this diagram slowly. Of course, I will elaborate much more. Okay, don't worry, but this is the summary picture. Okay. These are the plantar nerves. Now, just now, this side we will have the flexor retinaculum, and this is our tibial nerve. It is now moving into the sole, dividing into medial plantar nerve and lateral plantar nerve. This is our posterior tibial artery. It is also dividing into medial plantar artery and lateral plantar artery. Okay, so plantar nerves are two, medial and lateral plantar nerves. Okay. Now this is our Vishram Singh's picture better, most favorite of all of you. Better practice because any of these nerves can come as a short note, 5 marks question. Okay. So if it is medial plantar nerve, you can see same thing what Datta's picture was little complicated and this looks simpler. Okay, it is running between the medial and lateral plantar vessels. Okay, from its trunk it is giving branches, same thing, abductor, hallucis and flexor digitorum brevis. This is the main continuation on the medial side. Okay, which goes and supplies the flexor hallucis brevis. Okay, these are the digital nerves, common and these are proper. Okay, overall, how many beta? 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5 digits are supplied by medial plantar nerve. Okay, please remember this picture and put in your own words. Okay, so from the first common plantar digital nerve, we have nerve supply to the first lumbrical. Okay. Whatever is described in picture is written in words. There are two plantar nerves, medial plantar and lateral. So medial plantar nerve is like a larger terminal branch of tibial nerve, begins deep to the flexor retinaculum. We know this fact. It passes forwards between these two muscles. What are the names? One is the abductor hallucis and flexor digitorum brevis. Isn't it? It is accompanied by this artery. What is the name of this artery? Medial plantar artery on its medial side. All points you should make in your own words by looking at this picture. This is our flexor retinaculum. This is the tibial nerve. This is the medial plantar nerve. This will be the lateral plantar nerve. This is our posterior tibial artery with similar names. Just replace nerve with artery. Okay, same picture again I put. What is this nerve, Imad?
Which one, ma'am?
This one.
The tibial nerve.
What is the name of this nerve?
medial plantar nerve,
Very good. Very good. What is the name of this nerve?
lateral plantar nerve,
What is the name of this artery?
that is posterior tibial artery,
Posterior tibial. Very good. What is the name of this artery? This branch?
medial plantar artery,
And this
lateral
one?
plantar artery,
Very good. They are passing below which structure?
flexor retinaculum,
That's it. Very good. Very good. It shows your attention. Nice. Very good. Okay. Now branches and distribution, whatever is given here, but it's all written. It gives branches to see first one. All 1, 2, 3, 4 is written. No? Abductor hallucis, flexor digitorum, flexor hallucis brevis, and pars lumbrica. Okay, like that you can frame the sentence. Then, so cutaneous branches, how many I said beta? Medial 3.5 toes. Okay, to supply. So each digital nerve also supplies dorsum of the terminal phalanx here. That means not only the plantar aspect, they also go to the dorsum. Okay. Now, articular branches, they supply the joints of tarsus and metatarsus, tarsal bones and metatarsal bones. So now that is finishing the medial plantar nerve. So this is our flexor retinaculum. We know this is our tibial nerve where it has started dividing. Suppose if it is getting compressed here, if there is any infection, we know all the long tendons are enclosed by the synovial sheaths. Yesterday in many classes I told you, long tendons to prevent friction and give lubrication, we have synovial sheath. But it tends to get infected if there is any excessive movement at this ankle region, especially in athletes. So whenever there is inflammation, even this nerve also may get damaged. So that is medial plantar nerve entrapment. It may be compressed deep to the flexor retinaculum or deep to the abductor hallucis. The first was important, has supplied due to repetitive eversion. Okay, eversion. Inversion is, I told you, suppose this is the sole, it is pointing towards midline, it is inversion. When the sole is facing outwards, you call it as eversion. Okay, so repeated eversions we generally see in gymnastics and running. In such people, there may be a risk of this nerve getting compressed. Okay, so whenever this nerve is compressed, then the patient is presenting with burning, numbness, tingling. Okay, so that is paresthesia on the medial side of the sole. Whatever distribution just now we saw, no, 3.5 digits. Okay, so that is. So especially in the region of navicular bone, that is navicular tuberosity. Okay, especially I told you it is occurring in runners and also gymnastics people. So this condition is referred to as jogger's foot. Such question has not come. Okay, foot drop has popularly come, but suppose if somebody asks you what is jogger's foot, you should tell like it is the entrapment of medial plantar nerve. Okay, in gymnastics and also in the people who are doing running. Okay, that is. Now you can see the movements better. See, this is inversion. Suppose this is midline and your sole is facing towards midline, you call it as inversion. When you are resting your medial arch and you are pointing the sole outwards, you call it as eversion. Okay, so repeated inversion is responsible for the end. Here we have our flexor retinaculum, right? This part. Okay, that finishes medial plantar nerve. Then we have lateral plantar nerve. This is also Vishram Singh's picture. Practice these pictures better and put in your own words. It becomes very easy. The tibial nerve, these are the two terminal divisions. This is medial plantar nerve and this is lateral plantar nerve. So it is supplying flexor digitorum accessorius, abductor digitorum minimi. Then it is dividing into superficial branch and deep branch, right? So the superficial branch is going and supplying the lateral aspect of the little toe. This is direct division. Okay, call it as plantar digital nerve. So this twig is also giving branch to flexor digitorum minimi brevis. Okay, and also it is giving nerve supply to the fourth interosseous muscles. That means both plantar and dorsal interosseous of this space. Now, then this is cutaneous nerve. This is superficial branch only. Common plantar, which is divided into proper plantar digital nerves. So overall, 1.5 digits cutaneous supply is coming from lateral plantar nerve through superficial branch. Now this is a deep branch which is going medially. So whatever muscles which are left over, apart from the ones which are supplied by the medial plantar nerve, now you need to list the adductor hallucines. Okay, the interossea first, second, and third spaces, second and third, fourth lumbricals. They are supplied by lateral plantar nerve. So you just practice this diagram. Either medial plantar nerve or lateral plantar nerve or both together usually come as 5 marks question. Okay, that is. See, this is the lateral plantar nerve. So whatever we have seen the diagram, it's written in words. The smaller terminal branch of tibial nerve begins deep to flexor retinaculum. It appears in the sole deep to the abductor hallucines. It passes forwards and laterally. Okay, at the base of the fifth metatarsal in between first and second layers of sole muscles. Then on reaching the flexor digitorum brevis and abductor digitorum, it divides into this superficial branch and deep branch. Okay, so just refer this picture and you can write better. Cutaneous is 1.5. Okay, and these are the muscular branches you can list out. Okay, this looks more confusing picture. You just learn the individual pictures of Vishram Singh. Most of you have that book, right? So the same picture I put. So now coming to plantar arteries, that finishes nerves. Now then we will go with plantar arteries. So just as Imad told us, plantar arteries are terminal divisions of which artery? Posterior tibial artery. Okay, posterior tibial artery is passing through the flexor retinaculum and then it is dividing into medial plantar artery and lateral plantar artery. Okay, beta? So see here. So this is medial plantar artery and this is lateral plantar artery. Okay, so this is the plantar arch. Okay, which is contributed by lateral plantar artery. Okay. Now we will see better pictures. Now see here. This is medial plantar artery. What are the branches you are finding? One branch of this artery is going continuously and it is supplying the medial side of the big toe. Okay, this is like common digital. Then we have three, like 1, 2, and 3. If you observe, these 3 digital arteries are moving towards the like this web spaces of the toes, interdigital clefts. And they are actually joining the arteries which are started from plantar arch. Plantar arch, these bold lines are the arteries coming from plantar arch. Okay, these are metatarsal arteries. So these digital arteries are actually joining the plantar metatarsal arteries. Okay, we will elaborate. Just it's an overview what this artery, how it goes. Okay, see this is again either medial plantar artery or lateral plantar artery or both. Can come as 5 marks questions. See, medial plantar artery is small terminal branch of posterior tibial artery. Okay, then it arises beneath the flexor retinaculum and appears in the sole deep to the abductor hallucin. Same muscles there, accompanied by medial plantar nerve on its lateral side. Artery was here and nerve was here. That means artery is medial and nerve is lateral. It terminates on the medial side of the big toe by dividing into these branches. Okay, what are those branch? One is going directly to the medial side, and then all these 3 are digital branches which are going and joining the plantar metatarsal arteries which are coming from plantar arch. Now see, this is the first one, small branch which passes distally along the medial side of the big toe. Okay, it anastomoses with the digital branch. This one is the digital branch of the first plantar metatarsal artery. This one. I told you all these bold lines are plantar metatarsal. So this would be 1, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay. So this one, so medial side of the big toe, this small branch is anastomosing with the branch coming from the first plantar metatarsal artery. Okay, on the lateral side of the big toe, this anastomosis is on. Okay. So the medial plantar artery, this is like for the large branch which splits into 1, 2, 3 dotted lines. 3 superficial digital branches which anastomose with the first, then second and third plantar metatarsal arteries. I have already named them 1, 2, 3 plantar metatarsal arteries. Okay, these 3 superficial digital branches which have come from medial plantar artery, they are going and anastomosing with the plantar, first 3 plantar metatarsal arteries which have actually come from plantar arch. Okay, practice this diagram, slowly you can learn. 4 diagrams you practice. One medial plantar nerve, lateral plantar nerve, and this common one diagram only you learn. You can write everything. This big diagram, again this is taken from Vishram Singh only. This diagram you will get the information of both medial and lateral plantar arteries. Okay. So distribution, medial plantar artery gives branches. See, this is not as specific as nerves better. Nearby muscles it supplies, isn't it? So it gives muscular branches to adjoining muscles, cutaneous branches to medial side of the soul. Okay. Then it gives a digital arteries. Okay. Digital arteries, that is you are finding, because you are finding anastomotic branches are there, that means it is almost supplying up to 3.5 digits through its anastomotic branches, this digital arteries. That finishes medial. Then we will see lateral plantar artery. If you have observed, medial plantar nerve was bigger, lateral plantar nerve was smaller. But for artery, medial plantar artery is smaller, whereas lateral plantar artery is larger terminal branch. This is. That's why it is forming a coil. It is taking maximum workload. Okay, it's the larger terminal branch of posterior tibial artery. It is also arising beneath the flexor retinaculum. It's running towards the base of the 5th metatarsal bone. Okay, the lateral plantar nerve is lying on its medial side, artery laterally and nerve medially. Okay, so at the base of the 5th this is our 5th metatarsal bone, right? So at the base of the 5th metatarsal bone, it is curving medially. You can see this. Okay, this concavity is proximal, where arrow is present. No, this is proximal. This side is distal. Okay, concavity facing proximally. Okay, and then if you see, it is going and it is entering into first digital space. You should understand the logic here. Why it is piercing like this? On the dorsum of foot, we have talked about dorsalis pedis artery. Do you remember better? On the dorsum of foot. Huh? So do you remember I told you it forms plantar arch there?
Yes.
That means through this, it is dipping there to join the dorsalis pedis artery, thus forms the plantar arch. That means that time these arteries are anastomosing. Okay, the artery of the dorsum of foot and the artery of the plantar aspect. The lateral plantar artery and dorsalis pedis artery are anastomosing. Okay, because of the piercing of this plantar arch at which space? First interdigital space. Okay, here itself. Okay, this point it pierces and goes into the dorsum to join dorsalis pedis artery. Okay, beta, is it clear? Simple only, it's not. It looks little like this, but if you just read, you will understand. Hope you understood. Okay. Then we are talking about lateral plantar. We know it is giving muscular branches. It supplies the adjoining muscles. You need not be very specific. Then it supplies branches to the skin, fascia. Okay, it has anastomotic branch to anastomose at the lateral border of the foot with lateral tarsal. Okay, so lateral tarsal and arcuate arteries. So lateral tarsal and arcuate artery, do you remember? They are found at which? These are the branches of which artery? Dorsalis pedis artery. I told these branches were there. Lateral tarsal and arcuate artery. Okay, so this is going and it is anastomosing with the branches of dorsalis pedis artery. Okay. Sometimes it may have a calcaneal branch which is going and supplying the heel. Okay. So this is all about lateral plantar artery. So now you see this is the whole cross section of the foot you are finding. Okay. So what are the various? This is the first layer muscle, isn't it? Flexor digitorum brevis. Okay. This is great toe side. abductor hallucis we have, then abductor digita minima. Okay, below that we are finding this is our lateral plantar artery. We are in the sole. Okay, you can see how it is turning, and then you can see over the dorsum what artery do we have? Dorsalis pedis artery. That means this arcuate artery, this round arcuate artery, it goes and joins the dorsalis pedis artery. Okay, so this is plantar arch. Okay, but you got some idea? And of course, these layer wise, one by one layers we have. So this is the plantar arch. So it is an arterial arch formed by the direct continuation of lateral plantar artery. From the base of, if you just consider this picture, this one only we are talking about plantar arch. At the base of the fifth metatarsal, it has continued like this and then it has joined the dorsalis pedis. We are talking about this. But we will now talk about course between which muscles. Okay. So it's a direct continuation of lateral plantar artery from the base of fifth metatarsal bone to the first intermetatarsal space. Why? Because it has to pierce and join with the dorsalis